Hello and welcome back to the channel. This video will be a follow-up to a video I did earlier today actually, and I'll have a little link somewhere down here to watch the original. And what we did was basically was install Arch via LVM and Lux encryption to a hard drive here, and that all went very successfully, but I didn't. This is an external hard drive, 4 terabyte hard drive, that I had to try to figure out how to mount during boot. So watch the first one if you're interested in the actual installation of Arch using UEFI, LVM, and Lux encryption. So we got the base install, but again, what I had to figure out was how to mount an encrypted external drive or secondary hard drive for data to some point that I could then reference in my home drive. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to basically delete this file and then have a symlink LNS to media data. Right now I'm actually copying everything from an external hard drive to media data. So that's happening as we speak, and as soon as that's done, then I'll put all those symlinks in there. So anyways, getting back to the original point, how do you mount a secondary non-root file system during encrypted non-root file system during boot? So pretty much you need to start here. This is Arch Wiki for encrypting a non-root file system, and you come up here, automated unlocking and mounting at boot time. You got to edit this etc crypt tab. So you open up both of these links. They're dark because I used them. So using crypt tab, what I did was essentially this section right here, mounting at boot time. What you do is you go to, I'm just going to go to root. You do vim etc crypt tab, and you need to get, okay, so this is important because if you look at Control Shift T, I think, yeah. So if you look at LSBLK again, the data is in this thing called data virtual group data. So it's going to be dev mapper data vg dash data. So in the crypt tab, you do just the last name, which is just this part here. So if you go here, you notice that it's just called this. And so in order to get the UUID, the easy way to do it is to do in vim. You have to be in vim, :read, exclamation point, blkid, and then the name of the partition, which again is SDB1. So you do that, and it pulls in the UUID. Then you essentially copy it, and you notice it's exactly the same. You copy it into the UUID, and then the second part is I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, quit without saving. Second thing is you do something, you create, and let me just show that real quick, a passphrase. So you could do none, which would mean when it tries to mount this system, it's going to prompt you to type in your passphrase. I couldn't get that to work. I kept getting errors. So what this is a key, it's a key file. In this case, I just put it under etc my password. That's what it recommends here. So I just put it in under etc. It's just a file with a passphrase in it. And what you do is you just basically go echo in your passphrase into, in this case, etc passphrase. I'm not going to do that because I already did it, and I'm not going to show it to you. But you essentially, it's just it's a file. It's not even a text file. There's no extension with a passphrase in it. It's one line file. So that's one thing you do. And the second thing you do is in FS tab. You use the LVM reference to it. So you do vim etc FS tab. And you see here it's dev mapper data vg data. It's very important that this is the same as it shows here, this is the same as this. So it's exactly the same in the crypt tab. And I had to use no auto, and what this means is it's not going to mount until you call on it, because for some reason when it tries to mount, if I get rid of this, it encrypts the drive fine, but as soon as it tries to mount, when I had this commented out, it was no errors, and without no auto, it kept faulting out, it couldn't mount, and I'm sure there's a reason for it. I couldn't figure out what it is. So what I did here is no auto. So essentially, when you go to your file manager, right now it's showing up, but the first time I click on it, I have to put in my password. I did change the LA media data. I did change the owner to users, so maybe I don't need to do that anymore because it was root. I did have to chown media data. I did have to do that to get it so that I could even copy to it. So right now it's actually copying from that, like I said, that external drive. But yeah, so that's essentially what you need to do. Trying to think of anything else. But yeah, at that point it was good to go. It doesn't mount, like I said, until it tries to until you actually access it by clicking on it. So anyways, if you want to know how to get an encrypted Arch Linux install using EFI, LVM, and Lux encryption, just click the link. It may still be there. I don't know if I'm going to leave it for long. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. See you next time.